Yeah, lost advised at this moment.
GC1 State 1, what's the current active?
We're trying to follow the mafia. I've still got eyes on the black M3, Rose.
Have you got eyes on it?
The black M3 that came out of Berwick, not the Corvette. He's heading down towards dock area.
Yeah, Roger.
I do. On that too.
What's the location?
Follow the M3. It's a Berwick guy in the Corvette.
Roger, yeah, got eyes currently coming outside the docks now. High rates of speed. Right, we need to stop this vehicle. Section 47 ASAP. Vehicles currently going northbound Popular Street, high rates of speed in excess of 150 miles an hour. Passing intersection now for Strawberry, continuing northbound Popular Street. Passing Bear Lake now, continuing high speed, Popular Street. The vehicle is slowing down, incorrect lanes of travel. Continuing northbound Popular Street. Black M2, yeah, heading northbound.
I've got eyes.
It's an M3, I think.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's high rates. Ooh, major RTC, major RTC. Major RTC.
Who says in the car, be careful.
Lock that scene down, lads. Lock it down.
So we hard stop. Have they RTC'd?
Yep. Yeah, major. Just, if you can, close that road.
Any response?
They have RTC'd. Major.
Any, what's their, how they doing? What's the status? Are they still with us?
I'm pulling up now. Is it a hard stop? Gonna get some comms.
Are you not at the major RTC?
Vehicle is owned by Billy Hill as well.
Are they still talking?
Come on, Jay. Give us some comms, bud.
Jay, are they still talking?
Yeah, they're still talking.
Yeah,
Let's get a hard stop. Oscar, is that you there, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the road, closing it off.
Getting my rifle out.
And Billy Hill's in the car. Car's owned by him at least.
You ready, Oscar? Ready for strike?
Oscar's closing the road. Vehicles driving off.
They're
Vehicles
going,
driving off. High rate speed.
Oscar, I'm jumping in yours, mate.
Vehicles now pulling into Otto. Lock Ottos down, guys. Lock Ottos down. Do not let anyone leave.
It's in Otto's.
Remember, guys,
I'll
as well,
go
there's
up from here,
the
mate.
rear of the building and to the front of the building. There's two entrances in and out. Don't let anyone leave.
Let's go in.
Right, don't enter there alone.
One suspect's made out the back.
They ran through the back.
Anthony,
They'd,
armed
below
officer.
Into the fucking nearby, the next door.
Anthony,
The fence. Eyes on it's Billy Hill, I think. If I can
Look at the eyes on these roads from Impasse. They're running.
Yeah, so he's running. He's currently going onto main Popular Street. He's now.
Anthony,
he's now on
armed
the main
officer.
road. He's going left, southbound Popular Street. He's in behind the left of Big Goods, so stay towards the left. He's now going round the back of Big Goods. Stand by. He's running back out. He's currently underneath the helicopter, directly underneath the helicopter.
Oh, shit.
Anthony,
He's trying to run.
Whoa.
walk to the corner.
He's now climbing up the ladder into a building.
Stay where you are. Are you the only one in the building?
No, there's a few of us, mate. We're just the workers here, like.
He's going into my Batsu building.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
welcome to
is
Chippy
that
Pockets, mate.
on the right here, mate?
no worries, just stay where you are.
Yeah,
Yep,
no,
so
I'm
up
leaving
those
anyway,
stairs, mate. Up those stairs. Into that building.
Jay, I have cuffed the other one, mate. He's just behind Otto's if you want to grab him.
Chief. I don't know how to enter or exit this building. I don't know how many entrances or
Armed
exits there are.
officers, hands in the air,
I'm going in.
hands in the air.
Good luck.
There's no one here.
Be careful.
Stay where you are. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. I'm just looking for someone,
Kids
okay?
behind
that's fine.
building Moss to your left. Make a hard left, go around the side of that building.
Okay, no worries. Sorry about the inconvenience.
On your left, he's behind.
Cheers, matey, I'm happy.
Yeah, all good.
He's behind that.
Papa Charlie 605 to GC1 and GC3. Would you... I've managed to acquire a copy of the keys for said vehicle. Have we got a police impound that I can go into?
Have you searched that vehicle, mate?
I've searched it, there's nothing in it. It comes back to a Billy Hill.
Understood. Charlie, Golf Charlie.
Mate, I want to know how I couldn't move.
GC1, a big
When I got
Steve,
handcuffed.
STEVE, comes back to Tinsel Towers, 5155.
And just left.
Let's see, what's your,
Shit,
Golf Charlie.
what's your address, Big Steve?
Big fucking Steve.
Oh.
What do you mean address?
Well, where'd you live?
I got an apartment, don't know where it is.
What do you mean you don't know where it is?
What are we doing
I don't
with
know
this
where the fuck it is,
passenger
mate.
on board this
So,
helicopter?
what you do? Where'd you sleep?
Keep him, for the time being, mate. Keep him there. I'm going
You
with
sleep in the
Bailey,
bush
because
when
it's
you've got an
back.
apartment.
Don't like it,
Where
mate. Get
would
PTSD
you
in there.
like the Beamer?
It's a bit small.
So-
Claustrophobia.
Get
Okay,
that
so
in
you've
Model
been there and
council,
you don't know
mate.
where it is.
Long time ago, mate.
Which car's yours, Oscar?
This one. Okay.
If you can't get
Stephen, I am going to be forming a Section 47 search on you, okay?
That Bearlick is
Alright.
the only Bearlick that has.
You got anything on you that you shouldn't have?
Pound this vehicle.
Don't know what you just planted in my pocket.
I haven't
Just
put
keep it
anything in
Whoa,
your
whoa, whoa,
pocket.
whoa, 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 whoa! There should be two officers here. You've just planted something in my... What's your badge number, mate?
I haven't put anything
Whoa,
in your
whoa,
pocket.
What's your badge number, sir, and name?
They're okay,
Whoa,
Ian.
whoa, 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 whoa! I ain't having this.
I'm sure my body cam
I'm
shows
not
everything that you need to know. My name is Oscar Johnson, GC1.
I've got a Bentley coming towards the scene as well.
Problem is,
That's an
sir, where's
automatic
your
car.
body cam? I can just see a radio. Oh, I can see it. Don't matter. Well, what you just planted in my pocket, sir?
I never planted anything in your pockets, sir. So are you going
What
to tell
you
me what's
plant-
in your pockets? Because obviously you're
What
scared of
you
me
just-
finding
Whoa,
something.
what have you just planted in my pocket, sir?
My body cam's fully record them, sir, so you can see I haven't put anything in your pockets. I'm holding my
mean, that's-
weapon. How am I supposed to do that?
Yeah. Well, are you searching me, isn't sir?
I am going to search
you
you. I'm asking
search
if
me.
you've got anything on you that you shouldn't have.
And I've just told you, sir, you've just slipped something in my pocket.
I've just
I
told
ain't
you
have
I
that.
haven't.
The problem is now, mate. What's your rank? Did you just say? I'm sure you just
Oh.
said a rank with your name and badge number.
Well, Big Steve. What have we got here?
What, mate? Got a fishing rod? Shovel?
What's the ceramic pistol for?
It's a BB pistol, mate. I went to a BB tournament earlier. You know, you would know about that, wouldn't you? Because when we was there, mate, half your officers fell down the hill.
I haven't got a clue what you're on about.
Oh, bloody hell, you're not. Oh, you better look into that then, sir. Don't be taking my BB gun off me, though, will you?
What's the
Oh, I'm
search?
taking your BB gun, sir. Don't
Where
you
you
No,
got
no, you can't be doing that,
Where's
mate.
it go?
I'm also taking your phone
Can
and
you see the
radio.
letter, mate?
Big Steve, the time is
Yeah, they call it
22:55, and you are currently under arrest for the suspicion of a firearm. Okay, you do not have to say
Right,
anything,
you'll have to
Mate, I
bring
just
it in
said
for
it's
me.
a
but it
BB gun.
may
What are you on
harm your
about?
defence
Just jump in. I'll
if
let
you
go.
do not mention, when questioned, such in which you later lie in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. The necessity of this arrest has prompted and affected an investigation and to prevent public harm, okay? We've got a firearm on this gentleman.
Steve, which one is that?
Just told you so.
So I took a
Yeah, it's all good.
and
Okay.
used that.
Couple of feedback points.
Alright,
for
Terry.
you. Yeah, all good, mate. So yeah, a few feedback points. The MDT, obviously.
Take a look at that.
Oh.
You just got
Excuse
that?
me?
Yeah, we're going to be going back to custody.
Did you get it?
Detached from the Otto's 1J.
I didn't get it, no.
River, did you get it?
What's that, mate?
Did you just get something off Johnson? Check your pockets.
No, it hasn't gone out of mine.
no.
Just one sec.
Oh fuck. Ceramic pistol.
Just apprehended a suspect that they're running into their autos. Found that on him. He's claiming it's a BB gun.
Fuck. Don't look like a fucking BB gun to me, mate.
That's exactly
Jesus.
what I said.
Ceramic though.
Ceramic
Isn't it?
pistol.
What the fuck is a pistol ever made of ceramic, mate?
Makes me
Um,
want to see. Can you see a chamber on there for bullets?
Give it back. Give it back to you.
Oh, did you? Oh, so you did.
Has it got rounds in it?
Whoa,
Just-
now.
That's alright, it's not loaded, don't worry. Does that look like a BB gun to you, sir?
No, because there's no BB that fires out of a fucking muzzle that big.
Is there a serial number on that?
When you load a book, what
What was that?
Don't worry.
Be
That
advised,
doesn't
he might have
fucking
picked
look
Moss
like a
out with his
BB
P
gun
muscle.
to me, mate.
So,
I was going
Here's
to
a
put a bullet
serial
through
number on it, yeah?
the vest on then, and then shoot
I
me.
was gonna say. We try and like
Oh, wow.
go through forensics.
My bad. It is actually loaded.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do me a favour, Johnson. Go in
it
the
might have been
search
the
room.
case.
Yeah.
Discharge a
I'll
round
deal
at the
with it.
wall.
Tell him I'll deal with it.
Let's see. Let's see if it fires a fucking BB, because I bet you it don't.
Yep.
Right. Stand back. Stand back from him.
This way. Stand behind me.
To make sure the Berlick
Yeah.
worker
Go on.
sees
Discharge
said
round
vehicle.
into that map, mate. Yeah. Okay. That
shot
looks like
fired,
mine
head
now
up.
to me, mate.
Disregard, it's me testing a weapon.
Roger, roger.
That's no. Tell me now if that's a BB gun or not.
That's
It's
not
not
a
a
BB
BB
gun,
gun,
mate.
mate.
Yeah.
No fucking chance.
Wow.
Right.
One sec, I just gotta see if there's some,
so-
someone else.
yeah.
Oh, there is you. Yeah, mate, I'll pop you in here.
Big Steve? Hello?
Oh, that's Big Steve, that is. Alright, mate.
Hello?
I'm gonna pass you some food and water and stuff now, okay?
Hello?
You go. Do you need anything? Have you got? Do you need a phone call? If you need any food or water, let us know. You have one phone call. And if you need
What's going on with him?
chest care?
I don't know. He's not responding.
So have we got no chance?
Not yet. I was just checking his pulse.
Make all units aware that BMW that's registered to Billy Hill is in Berlick and has been
You
seized.
see if
not to
NHS is
be
on for
given
us.
out unless PD
Yeah.
said
I
so.
think there is there?
Received. Thank you very much, Jay. Do you want me to tell Mr. Hill that his
BB10
BMW's been seized?
If he needs any questions, he'll probably come
can you
up
come
higher
down
up.
into custody, mate? We've got
That
a
answer
male
that.
that's passed out in one of the cells.
Oscar.
We've got pulse, Oscar.
I'm getting no response
Cheers,
at all.
mate, thank you. Shit.
Received. Then we've got a male that's passed out in the cells. Oscar's trying to get him a pulse now.
Roger.
Do you want me to pass a message?
No, it's fine, mate. He is fine. You carry.
Received.
Mr. Hill, are you the same one that owns the pawn shop? Do you have any do you know Mr. John Palmer?
You know.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, what's the story?
I walked away to do some paperwork as we've just arrested him.
Yeah.
Came back and he's passed out on the floor.
No.
I've checked his pulse. I got no response. And I started CPR for 30 seconds.
Okay. Alright, carry on. I'm just gonna.
We did. It was a firearms test for
Hello, sir. Hello.
checking it wasn't bloody rubber bullets apparently.
Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Oh,
Can you? What happened? Did you have a nap? Did you collapse?
I don't know.
What's the last thing you remember?
Waking up in a
Alright, people.
Okay.
Six,
Random.
05, stay 11, alright?
How do you feel?
not good.
Oscar and Rose,
Are you hungry?
Custody.
I am, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I'm thirsty.
I'm not
that.
Okay,
Alright, so you
do you
need.
want to come somewhere quiet, Oscar?
I'm gonna give you
That sounds a bit weird,
drink.
but...
Yeah.
and some lovely French
I'm
fries.
just in the cell. I'll come out to you now.
Try and get them down, yeah. Hopefully that'll make you feel a bit better and
Oh
more
my God.
energetic.
Bloody hell, he's got the wife beat on.
It's not river, mate. It's wood.
but we found firearm.
Yeah, I know. I see a ceramic one, mate.
It's loaded as well.
How do you feel?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What does it look like? How you put it in your hands? Is it like similar to a police one?
Anything hurt?
Alright, okay.
Body hairs. Okay.
Where the fuck has he got this from?
I've tested it as well, and it's definitely real. He was claiming it was a BB gun, so I had to put a round into the mat into the search room. And it's definitely real.
The fact that it's ceramic.
Does he have any ID on him, Doc?
I don't know. That's a bit weird.
Fingerprint.
What's the plan with the other one?
So he's been arrested on suspicion of trafficking firearms.
Okay.
Just based on the intelligence that we received from Alcom and Doc, yeah. Well, and we've heard quite a bit, haven't we?
Okay.
So we'll try and question him.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit suspicious. He's going around with that guy in the car. That guy's got a firearm. We've got intelligence of this guy supplying firearms, so
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll sit in then.
we'll take him. Are you ready for this interview, mate?
Ready as I can be, yeah.
Okay, let's go then. Do you need any food or drink, mate, before we kick off?
Should be alright.
Okay, we've got a this Mr. Big Steve is refusing to give fingerprints. I assume he's not actually called Big Steve.
Nope, it's not working, mate.
You can, mate. Jumping into an interview, so we're off radio, alright?
Not doing
Same
it,
traffic.
not doing absolute that. Jack fucking shit. Stop. Not fucking doing it. It's literally not doing anything.
Okay, the time is now 23:15.
Sorry, can I jump in?
Present in the room is myself, GC3 Alex Moss,
What's this?
And to the right of me is
Sergeant Terry Wood.
GC1, Oscar Johnson.
and the suspect being interviewed. Can you clarify your name and your date of birth for the purpose of the tape, please?
Billy Hill.
And what's your date of birth, Billy?
1st of the 1st, 2000. I think, anyway. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Before we go any further, I'm going to remind you, Billy, that you do not have to say anything, but in your harm of defence, if you do not mention when questioned something which will sign in court, anything you do say may be given evidence, okay?
Understood.
Okay, so can you explain to me what you understand of why you're in here being interviewed today?
Have absolutely no idea.
Okay. What's your occupation, Billy?
A bit of this, bit of that, mate. I own the pawn shop. Got a hotel.
Got a hotel. Where is this hotel?
You know exactly where the hotel is, so don't ask stupid questions.
I don't know where it is. Can you clarify it for me, please?
Don't know where it is, mate. You're going to speak like a cunt. I'll speak like a cunt as well.
You don't know where the hotel you own is?
No idea, mate.
All right, Billy. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Doesn't make any sense what you're saying. You don't know where it is because you clearly do.
I have no idea where your hotel is. Didn't know you ran a hotel.
Nah, neither did I, mate.
So you don't know that you own a hotel, even though you've
Nah,
admitted that you do.
I've forgotten.
You've forgotten. All right.
Yeah.
Are you aware that if this case was to go to court, you've already shown to the jury that you are open to lying?
I'm not lying, am I?
Well, you just said you owned a hotel. Now you don't know where the hotel is. If I owned a hotel, I'm pretty sure I know where it was.
Can't remember exactly, mate.
Whereabouts ish?
I haven't got my sat nav, mate. I do struggle with memory loss.
Okay.
So if I'm not allowed to lie, you're not allowed to lie.
What am I lying about?
Do you know where my hotel is?
I don't know where your hotel is now.
Why are you lying?
I don't know. I have no idea where your hotel is.
Okay. You're under the same oath as me, yeah?
Yes. Well, I'm a sworn-in police officer, so I'm under that oath. You're not under oath at the moment. You go under oath when you're in court, not under police caution.
Okay. Same thing, though, isn't it? I'm still under caution. I'm not allowed to lie. Neither are you.
Well, I'm not lying. I don't know where your hotel is. I know where your house is. Don't know where your hotel is.
Where's my house?
Around postal 504.
That's a hotel, mate.
Well, I wasn't aware of that. I thought you just had a big house because, like you said, you seem quite a successful businessman.
I thought you were supposed to be a fine officer.
What, sorry?
I thought you were supposed to be a fine, clever officer.
Well, I've not had a look at the property myself, but other people have, and I've not heard that it was a hotel. But thank you for informing me of that. What's that, sorry?
Did you find much?
Find much where?
The hotel.
I've not been in the hotel.
Oh, okay. Who has then?
No one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the male we found you arrested for, I think he calls himself Big Davey. Is that correct?
Big Steve.
Big Steve, right? How do you know Big Steve?
Homeless, mate.
He's homeless, and well, you're just helping him out.
Trying my best to, but he's a raging alcoholic, so I wouldn't trust a fucking word he says.
Okay. Are you aware that upon a search that he had a firearm on him?
You seem to say that, but I don't know how, because the man's he hasn't even got a house.
Yeah, that's what my question is leading up to. How has he got that firearm? Like you said, he's homeless. Firearms cost a lot of money, don't they?
Wouldn't have a fucking clue, mate.
So initially I arrested you on suspicion of trafficking firearms. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah.
So we've received numerous sources of intelligence that you and one of your friends, who we believe is called Palmer, that you are referring to yourself as a mafia. You are running some sort of...
sorry, say that again. Mafia.
That's what we've been told, yes.
What is that? What's that code for? Pawn shop?
No, it's called... Do you know what a mafia is, I'm guessing?
I've seen a few films in my time, like Snatch and stuff like that, mate. Sopranos. Is that what the same lines we're going along?
That's the intelligence we've received, yes.
I wouldn't say it's intelligence, mate, because it's completely wrong. So,
well,
that's what you've been told.
Yeah, that's obviously we've got lines of inquiry, have we? That's just why you've been arrested on suspicion, yeah.
Okay.
So we've had numerous sources of information that you are part of this mafia gang. That you are
Is it a mafia or is it a gang? There's a big difference there, isn't there?
a mafia or a family, shall we say, whatever you want to call
So
yourself.
now you're accusing a family of being the mafia. Do you want to get this right or not? What is it? Is it a gang, a mafia, or is it a family? Because I've got a mum, mate. Does that mean she's a gangster?
I don't know your mum. You
You're
tell
saying
me.
family now. What's wrong with having family? I'm under suspicion of having a family.
A family that is running an organised crime gang. You're under suspicion of that, yeah.
So is that a family or a gang?
You tell me.
I don't know. You're the one who said mafia, family, gang. It looks like you're just trying to pin anything now.
Is Palmer your brother?
No,
What is he then?
he's a bloke.
I know he's a bloke.
Doesn't he work at the pawn shop with you?
He just stands around, to be fair, playing wheelers and dealers on the TV.
Mr. Hill, a couple of nights ago, you were spotted on scene of where 4 officers were put down. Do you have any comment regarding that?
I wasn't on scene. I arrived after, where one of your officers actually ran me over. Yeah, that's my comment on that, mate.
We have evidence proving that you were there on scene before.
Yeah,
it
when
kicked
your
off.
officer ran me over on his dash cam.
Okay. What were you doing there?
It's my shop, mate.
Okay. And have you any comment on the events that followed thereafter?
Yeah, your officer ran me over.
Okay. Any officers being injured and some killed?
I have no idea what you're on about, mate.
No idea. Okay.
Do remember nearly breaking my fucking leg though when your officer ran me over, trying
Remember
to
what
arrest
Palmer
me.
did?
What did Palmer do?
He stabbed one of our officers.
Palmer?
Yeah.
He's a teddy bear, mate.
Teddy bear with a knife.
Teddy bear with a knife.
That's why he stabbed our officers with. We've got body cam footage of it. Where is he now?
This ain't
What-
Manchester, mate. You don't have a teddy bear with a knife here.
What was the?
Well, you called him a teddy bear. I never did.
Just tracking back a little bit here, Mr. Hill. At what point was it you arrived at the pawn shop?
Couldn't tell you exactly what time.
So when you arrived, what is it you found?
What did I find?
Yeah. So when you arrived at the pawn shop, what was
Memory's
happening?
a little bit daisy because all I remember, I think it was, I don't even know what it was, a police car, and it just ran me over, and I smashed fucking straight into my kneecap, and I bashed my head off the floor. That's about all I seem to remember from that incident.
Okay, and you wasn't there prior.
Not that I can recall.
We have evidence on body cam that says different, Mr. Hill.
Again, I received a head injury, so I can't recall too much. I just remember going to the scene, and there's police everywhere, and then all of a sudden this officer comes in and cuffs me, and then runs off, and as I've asked him to explain himself, he runs me over. It's not very professional, is
Let me
it?
know if it matches.
This hotel, Mr. Hill, if we were to raid that premises, would we find anything?
You don't need to raid it, mate. I'll take you there myself.
You'd be willing to take us there yourself?
Yeah, it's a fucking hotel, mate. What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know.
Minigun behind the bar?
I don't know. In terms of who you know in the city, we know you've got some connections with the gangs who we, I believe, call MS-13.
Don't know much about. I know people, mate, but I buy and sell. So you know the industry I'm in. I get offered loads.
Yeah.
Deal loads, but no firearms, mate. No.
So what do MS-13? What are they up to?
I don't know.
We've got evidence of you having meets and stuff with them. We've got photos.
Have you?
Yep.
So I'm not allowed to meet up with people.
Well, if you're meeting up with them on a regular, I suspect you know what they're doing.
No. I meet up with John every day. But I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't even know where the cunt is.
Okay.
Apparently, I meet up with Lee a lot, and the man's got a fucking God knows what. What's he got? A Desert Eagle in his pocket or something?
Well, He tries to claim it was a BB gun.
See what I
Lee.
mean?
Who's
Alcoholic,
Lee?
mate. Do you know what? He probably found it in a bin.
Who's Lee?
I didn't say Lee. I said Steve.
Oh, you said Lee.
I meant Steve.
Why did you say Lee then?
Thinking of someone else.
It's okay, Mr. Hill. We've
What
found
did you
out.
say his
It's,
name was?
it's okay. We've just
Steve.
we've fingerprinted Big Steve, and it's come back as it's Lee Nova, not Big Steve.
So you're lying again.
Wow, he calls himself Big Steve.
But you knew his name was Lee.
I don't know what his name is. What I don't know what his real name is. He just goes by the name of Big Steve.
Mr. Hill, just for clarification, for my own sake, you claim that evening a couple of nights ago that the officer who arrived on scene ran you over with his vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
Well, we have evidence to suggest that you waltzed over to his vehicle, and
What,
it
so if
doesn't
I
appear that he'd
walk over
hit
to
you with his vehicle.
if I walk over to a vehicle and I get ran over by it, is that my fault?
But we reviewed the dash cam footage, and he didn't hit you with his vehicle.
I completely forgot about
He hit a
Butterbeer.
fire hydrant.
No, he hit me, mate.
Okay. Any further
So
comment on that?
Are you lying?
I have no reason to lie, Mr. Hill.
Well, you are, mate. You go to NHS, you'll see that I had significant damage to my kneecap and my head. Because one of your officers took me there.
Where is this body cam footage of
Okay,
Mr.
Mr. Hill, I'm going to send you some stills from the body cam image we've got.
Go for it.
In this body cam image, we believe this male that I'm going to send you stills is yourself. I'm not going to show you the full clip of the body cam. I'm just going to show you the stills. And it appears in this body cam that you are there. We believe this male that I'm going to show you is yourself.
Show me.
And on the clip itself, it appears that you seem to pull out a weapon, chase an officer into the middle of the road, and then on the clip, you go out of the view of the body cam.
What officer was that?
I believe it was Plod Smith. That was
He was absolutely fine because that was the same one that ran me over.
That was the one that he ran off into the middle of the road, and then when the body cam comes back to him on a clip, he's lying on the floor.
Seemed all right to me,
After
mate, when he
you
ran
had
me
chased
over.
him into the middle of the road. That's what the clip gives us. I'm just going to show you the still images of the male that were in question, which we believe is you. I'll send them over to you right away, okay?
Go ahead.
Where is this video, Oscar? What channel is it, mate?
It's Gun Clips 1, bud.
Yeah,
From that still, mate, I can't make out much. That's terrible quality.
that's clearly him.
Mr. Hill, could you recall your whereabouts for the 3rd of May, 2023 at 9 p.m.?
Fuck knows. You have to give me more information on that.
Do you tend to visit the Air Force Base a lot? Have you
Where?
visited the Air Force Base a lot?
Which one?
Just on the by the West Freeway, the one that runs on top of the underpass, the tunnel.
What date was this?
The 3rd of May.
What, a month ago?
Yep.
Oh, fuck knows, mate. That's ages ago.
Wow, tear them, eh?
No recollection of any events that unfolded that day, no.
Fuck knows. I've been there a couple of times, but just have a look around at the military vehicles.
Okay, you never had any business meetings or anything like that there, no?
Met a few friends up there, but again, mate, we like to look at the vehicles.
Okay, fair enough.
You can see, watching the body cam footage here, you can see him clearly. He's dressed in the long black coat. Yeah, I can clearly see it's him. He pulls out a weapon. He runs towards an officer in the middle of the road. Towards the end of the clip, then he can be seen kicking the officer on the floor. And I believe that officer died, didn't he?
Impossible. He ran me over.
Do we know if he died, Wood?
Yeah, we had 2 officers die in that incident.
I believe he had 5 beats per minute and was taken back to NHS, and then he returned back to the scene. What I'm told by the officers that stayed around on scene, he turned back up and tried to arrest Mr. Hill.
Okay, so
Impressive. That is.
And
he
Sergeant
survived, yeah.
Yeah.
In relation to the firearm lines of inquiry, as I'm sure you can appreciate, if we're receiving concerning intelligence like this, it is our duty to investigate them thoroughly. I'm sure you understand that, Mr. Hill.
Of course.
That's just why, obviously, you were brought into in today. But in relation to the questions you've answered and the evidence we have, I don't believe, unless Mr. Johnson or the sergeant here has anything else to add, I don't believe that he can be charged for that. Is that okay? Are you agreeing with that, Oscar?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, in relation to the attempted murder of a police officer, you are going to be charged with that. Okay.
How can an officer have 5 beats per minute and return to the scene?
That's a separate
That
issue.
doesn't sound like attempted murder to me. If he can happily come down and run me over.
What were
So
your
do you-
intentions? Why were you
do you-
running? Why were you running after him with a knife? Then why did you stab him?
I didn't.
You can be seen on the body cam
I didn't.
running
I
after
didn't
him with a
st- I did
knife,
not-
then
I did
stamping on
not
his
stab.
stamping on his body.
I did not stab an officer.
Why are you stamping on his body then?
Didn't.
You can be seen in the body cam stamping on him.
Yeah. But apparently, the body cam can't show me being run over by a police officer.
The body cam was stopped before that. Yeah.
But you just said that the body cam shows him running over a fire hydrant, so it wasn't stopped.
I believe that's might be a separate body cam. I've not seen that one. The
So-
one I'm looking at here now is
So-
you running after the officer. You pull out a weapon.
Let's say hypothetically,
Mm,
I attempted to murder a police officer.
yeah.
Said officer comes back to run me over. Would that be classed as attempted murder?
What do you mean? How can a dead officer run you over?
Exactly. I didn't murder him. It was attempted murder.
And that's what I've just said. I'm charging you with. I
Okay,
didn't say I'm
so-
charging you with murder.
Okay, so this said officer ran me over.
Yeah.
Didn't he attempt to murder me?
What have you got the body cam of that one? Is it Wood or River, mate?
Wood should have that one.
Wood. Have you
Ask
got
the
the body cam of him going over the fire hydrant or not? Mr.
Over
Hill?
the fire hydrant, yeah.
So he doesn't run him over now.
No.
Absolutely promise you ran me
Where
over.
where is that body cam, mate?
Oh, I'll get that to you.
Ask I think she goes by name. Is it Ellie? Ask Ellie. She was there on scene, and another officer who took me there. They will confirm that officer ran me over because the officer had to take me to hospital.
But either way, that doesn't mean that you're not guilty of the charge of attempted murder, does it?
Yeah, but still,
Him
You
running
don't-
you over is a separate issue, isn't it?
same sort of thing, isn't it?
Well, what are you suggesting? Because
Is
you've tried to murder him. He's gone, then he's come back.
So I'm saying theoretically, if I did, does it make it like for like that he can come back and try and kill me?
I received your complaint on the matter, and the officer in question was relieved from his duties.
Okay. Did he go to prison?
He didn't go to prison, no.
Oh, so he just lost his job.
He lost his job and had his passport cancelled, so he couldn't leave town.
Doesn't mean he's arrested, though, does it? Just because he loses his job and his passport, that's nothing to do with me.
Well, that
How
would
about you
obviously have to be investigated further, wouldn't it, to see the full circumstances of how he ran you over and sort of how that came about. But either way, what happened after is relevant to the fact that you've attempted to murder him in the middle of the road near the tunnel below NHS.
Okay.
So, I got this MDT up.
But I don't think if you imagine if this went to court, do you really think that I get charged with attempted murder of a police officer and he comes back and runs me over? How do you think that would go?
In what way?
Do you think there would be any court that would find me guilty?
Of course they would. You're kicking him in the middle of the road.
So that fully entitles him to come back and run me over and lose his job.
Well, that's why he's lost his passport, isn't it? So that's a separate issue.
It's not. It's the same issue, same situation. That same officer seemed a vendetta, as he believed that I attempted to murder him. It's not a separate issue one bit.
I mean, we could potentially drop the charge to a GBH.
Well,
I think I think
so-
that would seem very reasonable.
So
Right. Do you keep a record of transactions between your business and your customers, Mr. Hill?
As much as possible, yeah.
Would you be happy to divulge that information to us, Mr. Hill?
I don't see any need. What's that got to do with this case?
Okay. I mean, multiple crimes were committed outside your business premises with business
what's that
owners
got-
being involved.
What's that got to do with money?
We're just interested to see what
Yeah,
the
you're
business
just
entails.
Yeah, you might be interested, but what reason has that got to do with the case? I'm interested to know why your hair's falling apart, but I ain't fucking asking you, am I?
We're just
Comes with
curious
stress,
whether
I'm
you're
afraid.
running a legitimate business, Mr. Hill, that's all.
Just because something happens outside the business doesn't mean there's anything going on inside the business now, does it?
It's not
But
What
when
you
the
sell in the
business
shop?
owners are involved with said incident, that would raise concern, especially with it being outside the business premises, no?
So what's that got to do with anything to do with money?
That's okay. We can speak to a judge for a warrant on them, that information.
Mate.
If we come,
You're gonna fucking need one if you want to see it.
What do you sell in the
I
shop?
thought you might have said that. Hence,
What do I
me
sell?
saying.
Yeah,
Anything and everything, mate.
such as.
It's a pawn shop, mate. Buy and sell anything. If I can make money, I'll buy it.
So anything, yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
include
yeah.
firearms as well, Mr. Hill?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course it does, mate. Don't be fucking stupid.
You said anything.
Nothing illegal.
Okay, give me some items and give me some examples.
Gold, stone, gems, iron, aluminium, axes for chopping wood, might I add, before you put another charge on me. Fishing rods, fishing bait, anything, mate.
How do you come about the gold, etc.?
They bring it through the fucking door, mate.
Who? So people bring it to you and you buy it off them.
Yes, it's a pawn shop.
Is it done more in cash or card?
Bit of both, mate.
Okay.
You don't have to ask some stupid questions for a guy that seems quite bright.
Well, there's a reason for every question, isn't there?
I'm sure there is. Why don't you just half-ass around the questions and ask it point blank?
What question is that? I want to know where you're selling your shop. I might come down and have a look.
You're not fucking welcome.
Well, I'll come in with a warrant then and I'll have a look that way. If you want to play that game.
Crack on, mate. You're fucking.
Okay.
You're a proper fucking ego man, you aren't you? Just because you want to look down the shop, you want to be sneaky, mate. You want to come down and have a fucking look.
Well,
Mate, if you want to look in the shop, I'll take you down there right fucking now. I've
all right,
already
let's
told
go
ya.
then.
Go on then.
Come on.
Come on, Baldy.